I'm going to be talking about these weird multi-tools. A long time ago, I made a video about this. This is a Stanley knockoff of a super tool, and I didn't have a super tool at the time to compare it to. This is the 94807. You can go watch that video for a review on that. Suffice to say, this is impossible to get in the United States. I don't know. I found one on eBay, and all the others I could find were on Arabic websites. So yeah, I'm going to do a quick once over on it and compare it to the 300, so you can see the differences and similarities. It has the pointed tip of a Super Tool 100 or 200, and honestly the tool set is very similar to a Super Tool 100. I should have brought that out, but I didn't. The only thing about this is how incredibly weird and wonky some of the tools are, and just how loose these handles are compared to the Super Tool. Much stouter. This is honestly closer in size to a Super Tool 100. You can really see that. But yeah, that's those two. Next up is this Irwin Vise-grip tool. I mean, it's an Irwin Vise-grip. It's pretty nice. But somebody was like, hey, let's put a knife on that. I saw Wrangler Star do a video about this, and I was like, ha, that thing's so stupid. And then I found one in a pawn shop, and I was like, I guess I'm stupid because I'm going to spend $10 on it. And it has a ball detent bit driver down here, and it has a detent that holds it open and closed. I keep forgetting it has a nail nick, and then just trying to do that. Not nail nick, like a cutout. The detent is extremely weak. Like any non-linear force will make this crumple. It's cool. I just wish the detent was stronger. Other than that, it's a knife and it's a bit driver. What more can you expect for 10 bucks? Although I think these are selling for like 25 or 30 on Amazon right now. And then there's this. This thing shows fingerprints really bad, but this is a Hanwei copy of a Fiskars set of shears that they used to make. Granted, the Fiskars ones were also made in China and not made by Gerber, but they've still branded Fiskars. This has a pocket clip, folding Victorinox style or Wenger style. No, these are definitely Victorinox style because of the flat spring, but little pliers. It has a outside accessible knife, a file that comes off, presumably so you can sharpen your tools or something, and then a saw. The saw is the most disappointing part of this because it is held in the locked position. There is no lock. It's a flat spring with no tension. And even if there was tension, I don't think it would do very much. This saw looks like a hacksaw or something. It's kind of jacked up. Like, I wish they had just, made a Victorinox style saw. I don't know. I haven't actually used it to saw any wood yet, so maybe I'm a dummy. The file little thing, it also locks. You have to push in and rotate out, and it has the same really wobbly thing. But yeah. And then the plier heads themselves are actually very smooth. And it's spring loaded. That's what's behind these plastic panels. Yeah, and it actually cuts branches. Big surprise. It's got a little Phillips driver. I have a MP600 here to compare it to, and I am curious if the Gerber bit kit that goes on this would fit on here. It looks to be the same size. Maybe this one's a little bit thicker. I don't know. It's just a back spring, and then over here you have, again, Victorinox style can opener, which is actually sharp. That's unbelievable. And then a little bottle opener screwdriver, and both of these have a little flathead on the tip. But yeah, I paid $17 for this on Amazon, and I feel like that's a pretty good value for what you're getting. I mean, this thing is heavy. The pliers, I got these after watching a video by We All Juggle Knives, and he said the pliers were so like cheap and wimpy that you could bend them with your hands apparently. Like he said, if I did this and bent them, it would not come back, it would just stay bent. I'm not gonna try that, although yeah, they got us pretty good. Oh, okay, there's another flat spring under there. I was like, why is that so stiff? But no, like actually the frame is being used as a back spring there. Huh. And yes, I did swap the heads between these because you can do that. The MP600 head barely fit in this, and it would not slide, and I had a heck of a time getting them out again. The scissor heads on this actually did go in the MP600 and function just fine. It just doesn't really work that well for scissors when you have to do this. You know, it's better to have that spring. Plus these are more geared as garden tools, so you know. I do find it funny though that this has an outside accessible blade when the MP600 doesn't. And I know they fixed that on other Gerber models. But if you're gonna pick a Chinese, is this even made in China? I imagine it is. I'm pretty sure Irwin doesn't make tools in the US. It just says Irwin Vise-grip. I don't see any markings on it other than that. But if you're gonna buy a weird, bizarre tool, don't buy this. I guess buy this if you really want a knife and vice grips. And then this is all right. If you can get a used Leatherman or Gerber, I would obviously get that over these. But this is like the dollar store Leatherman Crunch, I guess. Kind of. In every way worse. I guess it's not in every way worse. Like, I guess it's just a standard set of Irwin vice grips with a knife. But, and you know what? I actually do like this really fat handle. Like, it just feels nice. Like, I almost wish they had just put like a short blade into like. Actually, never mind. No, I don't. I like this outside accessible thing better. However, it does lead to some jaws of death action here, which is pretty funny. But yeah, in my next video, I'll be looking at my actual EDC that I use. Bye now.